Another beautiful fall day here in New York. You can see the next step is trusses. And look what showed up. Trusses are here. I'm going to show you guys something here on this trailer. It's one of these extended trailers, and it's pretty cool. These are 80-foot trusses. It's got some length. Look how this thing's twisted. I think it's just the weight is so crazy on these trailers. And they got the boom truck to set them. I'm guessing what they're going to do is probably today and tomorrow set the trusses and then just pull that trailer right back with this boom truck. The first truss is set.
So they were telling me the goal is to set 4 or 5 trusses tonight and get everything set, and then tomorrow morning when they have more crews here, they're going to set the rest of the trusses and put the roof on.
Here goes. So I just want to show you guys some of the trailers here in the yard and why there's so many. You got these 4 right here. There's another one over there. And that is because bean harvest is over. It is done. And now they're moving on to other things. We're running carrots, running some apples, things like that. So these trailers are back here. They're going to get washed up. And they're actually rented trailers. So they're gonna go back. 5 of these are rented, and then the other trailer the other trailers we're gonna put the tarps back on, and we still have actually some down at the plant for waste. And our van trailers, we don't get a lot of use out of them, or we don't use them a whole lot, but soon here in the winter time is when we use them mostly. We're putting together a calendar this year for 2021, and it will be available here in probably 2 months. I'm hoping to have it done by the beginning of December. We are actually shooting some photos this morning of some trucks. We have one, I don't know if you can see, he is going up the road, and we're gonna try to get a shot of overlooking the stone yard. See, he's pulled off already. But anyway, I have 2 trucks getting shot today, and then we need like 3 or 4 more photos, and then we're good. So we try to do it throughout the season. We started on this project actually last year. We got a couple photos and a couple this spring and summer, and we're hoping to get a little bit more here in the next 2 months. So there's the truck, if you can see it, and then there's also a drone up in the sky. So this is all thanks to our other company. Ben does our marketing on the Thanx side, and he's got a drone and all the cool stuff. So he's taking some shots, putting together the calendar, and then we send it off to our print shop. So works out pretty good. The other thing I want to show you today, guys, is the truck that we got painted. So I'm very sorry, but I did not get a lot of photos before this truck went in to get painted. And we didn't paint the truck part, we just painted the frame. And I'll show you why. I'll put some photos of the truck when it was at the paint shop before they painted the frame. We have just a couple. What we did is we painted the frame. This truck that we painted is a 2015 Peterbilt. It has a 6NZ motor. It is a glider. And this truck has, yeah, it's a flat top sleeper. I think it's an 18 speed. So the reason we painted the frame was, this is a glider, like I said earlier, and we're gonna keep this truck around for quite a while. So the frame was starting to get pretty bad in the back, as you'll see in the photos, and I decided, you know what, we're gonna get this thing painted, get a good paint job on it, so that way we don't have to worry about rust getting worse. And unfortunately, the paint job that you see on a lot of these new trucks coming in, or I should say maybe not the job so much, it's more so the paint. It is not what it used to be. We have 1999s. It seems like the pre-2000 trucks had the best steel and the best quality of paint, and since then the quality of paint went downhill. Everything's getting painted. The quality of the work is good, it's just the quality of the paint is bad. So the truck part was fine. There's really no scratches or anything in the paint. The paint was fine. We left that go. It was just the frame. And something we do different too on some of our trucks, on the tanks. So those tanks are not actually painted. We use like basically a truck bed liner, the spray and bed liner for the tanks. You can see it's got somewhat of a rough or textured surface. We have a local company just up the street that does that, and we take our tanks up there and he sprays them. You can see this is a Luma tank, and so far it's been working out very good. The reason we do this is because up here in New York we get a lot of corrosion, a lot of just separation that happens between the bands and the tank, and that is why we put that rubber truck bed liner on. So, and that's also why we painted the frame. The frame is just one of those things that here in upstate New York, especially with the poor paint that they're using, it just gets destroyed so fast. This truck is only 5 years old, 6 years old, and it's already, you know, needing frame paint. Here in the front, it doesn't get blasted near as bad, so you can see that it's not as bad. There's still a few rust spots, but not as bad. I figure in probably 10 years or so I'll have to do it again, and then we can paint the whole frame if we need to. This truck has been an excellent truck for us. Like I said, it's a glider. This is the truck we're going to hang around or keep around for a long time, and compared to a 2016 389, there's actually kind of a twin to this one that is got a stand-up bunk, and that has a emission motor in it. So it's a Cummins, I think it's a 565 Cummins or 550 Cummins with an emission motor. Basically the exact same spec otherwise, it's just a stand-up bunk. That truck has given us some grief, and that truck is a truck that will probably eventually go down the road. But it's just such a world of difference to go from, you know, 500,000 miles on a glider to 500,000 miles on an emission motor, and you see the difference, the cost. You know, you see the cost of these gliders, they're still pretty high versus the cost of the emission truck at 500,000 miles, or actually that truck has more like 600,000 or 700,000 miles on now, but we already rebuilt the motor on it, and this glider is still running strong. So gives you a little idea why these guys are asking so much money for their gliders. I think this is the third truck that we got painted, or the third frame we got painted from this guy, and the guy's from Pennsylvania. It is Horst Sandblasting. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll throw a picture in with his information. Does a fantastic job, and he will paint the whole frame front to back, or he'll paint just the back or he'll paint the cab, you know, and everything as well. So we try to usually once a year or so send a truck down to get painted, and it works out pretty good for us. So this truck is going to get hooked up to a tank, I think. We're gonna get some photos of this thing this afternoon.
Here you can see a few photos of the frame before it was painted, and you can also see how rusty it was. For 2015, I'd say it's pretty rusty. And here's the guy's information of who painted the frame.
We got it hooked up to the tanker. The tankers get used to haul liquid fertilizer, brine. We actually haul the nasty stuff that they spray on the roads, the calcium chlorides and stuff like that. So guys, this is 9 hours later. We're heading out to check out the shop, and I see some of the guys are just leaving. I think they had a total of about 18 guys here and putting this roof on, setting the trusses, and they got a lot done today. I'll show you guys. There's another crew heading out. I think there was like 5 crews here. So here you can see all the trusses are set. Their roof is on in a matter of 10 hours. They started at 7 o'clock this morning. They got the roof on, 80 foot wide, 165 feet long, and then a little lean-to out the side. It's pretty impressive. I actually have a time-lapse camera set up on the post up there. And I don't even know if the time-lapse camera could keep up. It's supposed to be taking a picture like every 5 minutes. These guys work fast. All right, who wants to be on YouTube? These are the guys that got it done. Good. So the next little bit, they're gonna get the sidewalls on in the next couple days. And then it's inside work, and then later in the month they're going to be concreting the floor. So guys, as always, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.